You all right over there? What?
I didn't know I was unmuted.
Come on, Frame.
I'm sorry.
God.
I didn't know.
Here we are, talking winter with Swinter again. What are we, episode? Is it possible that we lost count and we're under 10? 2, 4, 6. I think it's 7.
7.
This is 7.
Right.
It's only 102 degrees out.
102 degrees. And yeah, it's stupid hot out. And you know what? I got to start with something that is completely off topic. Doesn't even have anything to do with snow, right? Are you guys Marvel fans?
Oh, yeah.
I love Marvels.
Not Okay, so I can't talk. Fine. Marvel, right?
That's Superman, right?
Oh, man.
Man, man, there's Mr. Dark over there.
Yeah. Do you own a TV?
I do.
Do you know how to use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just
There is hope.
Right. Well, he's Netflix and chill, not Disney Plus and chill.
See, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Discovery Plus, I'm down.
Discovery Plus?
Yeah.
Can you Discovery Plus and chill? I don't know if that would work.
It's not very chill.
It's not very chill.
No, not
No.
really.
Okay. But seriously, so here's my thing. So we saw a preview for the new Thor, right? That's coming out. Thor with Love and Thunder or something like that,
looks
right?
good.
I am pissed.
What?
Okay. Here's the deal.
Oh.
I mean, okay. I've left it to the people at Marvel to come through for us, we the people, for years now, right? Why the hell is this movie not called Thor 4 More Thor? Seriously.
Probably for the reason it sounds.
No, dude, Thor 4 More Thor? That's like
Say that
awesome.
3 times fast.
Thor 4 More Thor. Thor 4 more.
See,
Thor,
exactly.
Thor,
I don't think you said it the same way twice.
Nope. You know what? That's what makes it fun.
That is. Should be an abbreviation for that. What would the abbreviation be for that?
Thor 4 Love and Thunder. That's what? That's probably what it really means. It means Thor 4 More Thor.
It could be.
Yep.
You know, write a letter.
Maybe. I don't know. Didn't have anything to do with snow, but I was bothered. And I got to think about it because I'm going to go see another movie again tonight. I'm going to go see Top Gun again.
Again?
On
the IMAX?
Nope. This time it's not IMAX. It's on the Dream Loungers.
At least you're going to be comfortable.
Super comfy chairs.
Oh, of course.
It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, the new theater has only got like cool stuff in it.
Oh, good.
Right.
Yeah.
Fortunately, nobody that's listening actually cares about snow. They're just like, whatever. They're talking about
They
movies.
care about snow. They're just
They're out there
sweating
cutting
right
grass, doing landscaping in 102 degree weather.
That's true. That sucks. You know where it was not 102 degrees?
No, I have no idea.
Holland, Michigan.
It is today.
It is today. Yeah. We were there yesterday. Actually, Brent and I went up and we toured the one of Daniel's Plow's facilities up there, and it was cool. We met with Wade Madsen, and he's actually going to call us here in a little bit and join in the fun here. And he gave us kind of a tour of the facility, and we looked around and looked at some plows and spreaders and stuff. And so we're gonna kind of talk about that a little bit, and Daniel's and kind of some of the notes that we took from them. And it was I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, it was cool just getting to go and check things out.
Yeah, it's always cool. You always look at this equipment online. You go and you interpret it, however you see it. But then actually talking to people who know why things were engineered this way and the purpose behind the design really does help you understand what they were shooting for, and sometimes gives you a better idea how to use it more properly.
Oh yeah. Well, and and I saw a headline. It might have been last night or this morning that VSI has now gotten bought out by Boss, and so yeah,
That's new to me.
Oh yeah. Well, look at what. Bringing people up to speed. That's what it is. Yeah, no, Boss has now acquired VSI. And, so if anybody that's heading to SIMA, you'll be able to see the VSI stuff at the Boss booth because now they've been bought.
That's actually pretty surprising. I didn't see that coming.
Well, and, but I think that was one of the things that we were talking about with Wade yesterday was how Daniels, who's, they opened, let's see here, actually, I'm look at my notes here. Looks like they first started putting products out in the mid-90s. And Daniels has been around from then till now. Current ownership came in 2014 and made a bunch of changes, and they've really got a great product. But I think that one of the things that we talked about, what relates back to the VSI and Boss thing, is that there's Daniels has managed to not be bought out, and they haven't sold out to the big dogs in all that time, and yet they still make probably some of the toughest, best snowplows out there that you could possibly find. I mean, we've got Daniels in our fleet here that are from that original vintage. I mean, you got to replace a cutting edge on them every now and again, but my God, they're just so tough.
Even the cutting edges don't wear out like your typical steel does. I mean, it's just that AR 400 steel, I think, is what they're using on their cutting edge, which is not typical of snow equipment.
Right. And that's kind of thing is, I mean, so for when when you're down, like we're in St. Louis, right? So we see some Daniels equipment around here, but not a bunch of it because, well, it's pretty pricey stuff, but it is, I mean, the quality is just unmatched. It's unbelievable. And you know what else was really, really cool that what Wade told me that I thought was great was all of their steel, 100% of their steel is sourced out of North America.
That's why it's expensive. It's good stuff.
It's great stuff. I got to fix my mic stand. Talk about yourselves. Squeaky, squeaky. There it is. We're good.
Better?
It's mo better.
Glad you're ready.
Man, it's
Nothing but prepared.
we left Michigan this morning, man. It's 2:30. Here we are. We're talking. It's been a long day.
I mean, we're only up at 4:30.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Wait, 4:30? I wasn't up at 4:30. I was kind of up at 4:30. I guess I was up at 4:30. I was.
Yeah.
Never mind.
We were Eastern time zone.
I see what you're doing.
Wham.
Anyway, yeah, man. So some stuff that I thought that and I want Wade to talk about too a little bit more of that is particular to the landscaping world are these dump bodies that they're making. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
I like them.
Yeah,
It's
pretty cool.
Gives your truck a little bit more utility.
Yep,
Pretty neat.
sure does. Yeah, but no, I mean, I think that there was, and some of the things too that Wade was talking about. We got a great education on, how plows are made. So, I don't know, maybe call me naive, but I kind of envisioned, you've got like a CNC machine, or you got some type of machine that's cutting all the steel, and then the parts drop out of there, and then they waddle their way over on a conveyor belt or something, and they wind up over on a welding table, and then they start welding it, and and everything's built and put together in one spot, right? And that couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is that your manufacturing facilities, your fabrication shops, they've got their specialties. And so what Daniels will do is they will pick and choose, and they'll outsource different aspects of the manufacturing process, and they'll get them, sent out to, let's say maybe mold boards are going to be roll formed by company A. And then they're going to get springs from company B. And then they're going to get, all these other pieces put together. And then all those pieces then show up and get assembled by Daniels. Right. Mm-hmm. And so it was really kind of fascinating hearing how, some of their stuff comes from the States, some of it come from Canada. And particularly, that heavier type equipment is designed more for, heavier, bigger snow markets. And so that's part of the reason why they were kind of moving over on the Michigan side of the lake there, was to be, into Michigan and get, be able to get into Canada a little easier. Cause where they've got some of the heavier snows up there. And, but the idea that everything was individually done and then sent in for assembly, I thought that was kind of neat, but maybe I'm just a hick. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, and the reason for that was to keep the price down.
Yep.
So unless they're going to sell, 1 million plows a year, there's only so much production you can put out and keep people employed. So they kind of try to fit right there in the middle without having to jack the prices way through the roof. Right.
And then he was talking about, how their facility now is, they moved into this spot earlier this year, but they've already got their eyes on bigger spots and, somewhere else in that general vicinity. And, because they've got some other cool stuff coming down the road, and they want to be able to do more things in house than they have been historically. And this year is going to be the first year in quite some time that they're going to have an actual, they're going to have full-time year-round staff operating at that facility all year.
That's good news.
That is great news.
That's really good news. Yeah.
Yep. So, and then, another thing, he was talking about steel pricing. What do you think he had to say about steel price?
I don't think it went down.
You would be wrong.
Right?
It did go down?
It did go down.
Really?
Yeah, it was. He said that they've been able to source manufacturing and raw materials in such a manner that their costs are actually starting to come back down. They're not to normal yet, but they're starting to see them go back the other direction. And so, I don't know if anybody listening remembers last year when we had, Douglas did what was it? Was it like 17%?
It was
over the course of the year. Yeah.
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 I think there was,
well, it was probably closer to 20 because they had two different price hikes.
Right. Right. So they had some big hikes where Daniels didn't have those big hikes because he said they were able to, because they're a smaller company, they're able to do a little better job, managing those costs. But they're actually seeing them come down a little bit now, which was, I thought, fantastic to hear. Yeah. And that he said something more along the lines that there's after the pandemic, going into pandemic, everything shut down. So there was zero demand for anything, but there was also zero production, right? So then once demand came back, as we came out of the pandemic, there were still inventory places, but they had to catch up. And that's where the problem was, because we had labor shortages and blah, 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 blah. So now we're starting to see things catch up a little bit, at least on the manufacturing side for Daniels. And I thought that was really, really good news.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Yep. Mo better.
We need that to catch on more industries.
Right.
Yeah, I could start seeing that across the board would be nice.
Right. Or we could just, keep paying, a bunch of money for gas. That could be cool too.
Yeah, it's fine.
We can just, everything, I'm not going to talk about it.
No?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
Gas went up another 30 cents while you're in Michigan.
Of course it did. Mm-hmm. You know what, though? If you don't have anything nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all.
Say it louder.
Even the fish got mad at you, man.
Fish is always mad.
I'm looking like right behind Zach is a Tiger Oscar in a tank back here, and he got all crabby when Zach said that.
He's always crabby when I'm sitting here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Do you want to know more about Daniels in Michigan?
Sure do.
It was pretty cool. So we got up there, and then as we pulled into the facility, they moved in there May 12th of this year. The corporate office is still in Chicago, and they moved over there because that's kind of where Wade was from, and he wanted to So I thought that was pretty cool that they put enough faith in him to help move a facility over a little closer to him. That was pretty neat. Right,
that's a big deal.
Yeah. And he was saying that the when parts come in on like all individual skids, right? So you may have a mold board show up, and then you may have like I said before, all these other little pieces come in. That even on units that when they outsource the production of that part, if it's like say a box plow is really. I mean, it's pretty much one unit, right? You're going to probably have that built all at the same facility, right?
Right.
So, but when they come in, and then their facility also kind of doubles as a shipping hub, if you will. Okay. So, so they can get in, if they get in a shipment of, say, pull plows, right? And they've got 30 pull plows that all showed up at one time. Well, they can break them down so that they can, when they repackage them to send them out, they're sent out in a more economical fashion. Makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So they're, it's just trying to put that extra little thought into it and kind of know what's going on. Pretty neat.
Sounds like they got their stuff together up there.
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Good.
Yeah. Then we had lunch at Subway.
Wow. Fancy boys, huh?
It was real good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Subway sandwich?
Chicken bacon ranch.
Chicken bacon ranch. How about you?
Oh, I like the steak and cheese.
Steak and cheese. I had the sweet onion chicken teriyaki.
That's a classic.
It is so good.
Yeah, it's a classic.
It's even fairly healthy too.
Is it?
It is.
Huh.
Delicious.
Well, depends on what bread you get.
That's probably true. I probably ruined it with bread. I got wheat bread.
Oh, well, you're fine then.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
You got in the white bread, we could have really looked down on you.
Right.
Well,
Italian herbs is where it's at.
That one's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, never talk about Subway. It's a little rough. It's all right. It's all good. So let's see here. So then some of the other stuff that we were kind of taking a look at was the their spreaders over there, which I knew Daniels made spreaders, but I didn't know that they made spreaders. Like I knew it was like this mystical thing that they had on the product offering, but they look pretty stout and solid.
What kind of spreaders are we talking about here?
Well, salt spreaders, dude.
Well, I mean, like
we're talking winter with
boxes, tailgate spreader.
They had
spreaders,
a couple different models of V-Box.
Drop spreaders.
They had a couple or two different sizes in the stainless, and then they had the poly spreader.
Were they stainless and blue?
No, they were stainless and stainless.
Oh,
that would have looked cool though.
We need to make that recommendation.
Yeah, stainless and blue would look sick.
Do you think you could? Oh,
they can anodized metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have it like the.
So what do you
going through the stainless in blue?
What do you bet that really increases the price?
Blue?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But it looks so good.
It'd be worth it.
Yeah. Put that on that blue Model Y. Look great.
Oh, if we're going to do that, I want black stainless. That's going to look good.
Man, we're all looking around like, do we say it? You're plowing at night, dude. You got to be able to be seen. We just talked about the guy with all the white equipment.
It's a spreader. It's going to have strobe lights.
Oh, that's fair.
Do you not have a black stainless fridge?
I do. Hang on.
I do.
Oh, and does it not look awesome?
It looks great. It looks really good right next to my white stove. Looks absolutely ridiculous. I need to get matching appliances before I have it come apart.
No, you can't.
I have to.
No, it's actually in the code. If you live in South St. Louis City, you cannot have matching appliances. Look it up. It's an ordinance.
It's not an ordinance.
It's totally an ordinance.
No, it's not.
Well, and what you really don't know is...
And I'm unincorporated. I don't have ordinances.
Even if it's not an ordinance, if you get matching appliances, one of them will mysteriously break.
It's probably the dishwasher from 1972.
Oh, that'll last forever.
It's still going. It doesn't even have a start button. I use pliers.
You know, I saw a dude on YouTube that was using one of those things as his rhythm section in some video he was recording. It's like,
see? My washer went out the other day.
That sucks.
I fixed it.
Hey, you know how you could fix it?
With packing tape.
Or by making money. And you know how you make money?
You run ads.
16 minutes and 20 seconds. We ran over.
Of course we did.
Here we
It's
go.
because we were talking about appliances.
It's ad time. Here we go.
Are you still mixing station gas and oil for your string trimmer, leaf blower, or chainsaw? Eliminate the mess and the guesswork with True Fuel, the original pre-mixed two-cycle fuel. True Fuel is ethanol-free and precision-engineered for small engines, improving performance and extending the life of your outdoor power equipment. And True Fuel is available for both 2- and 4-cycle engines. Empower your equipment with True Fuel. Learn more at TrueFuel50.com.
You're listening to Turf's Up Radio, the only radio station of its kind dedicated to the green industry. Now you can even ask Alexa to tune you in when you're home.
Isn't it nice when the weather cooperates and crews complete jobs on time and on budget? But weather can cause delays, and with paper route sheets, jobs get lost in the shuffle. That's why you need Aspire Crew Control scheduling software, an easy-to-use, flexible, and affordable solution that allows you to shift schedules with a single click. Try Aspire Crew Control for free at aspirecrewcontrol.com.
From the East Coast to the West Coast and around the world, here's to all the women in the green industry. Turf's Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Bam. That needed a bam at the end.
Write a letter.
Maybe you just need to put that on your board.
What? Oh, on the new whiteboard?
No, you need it on your soundboard.
It looks like the
Oh, that's right. Like that soundboard?
You still haven't changed those sounds.
Dude.
Come on, man.
It's been
really
busy.
7 episodes and we got the same sounds.
I know.
Zach, you act like he doesn't do anything all day.
Well, I'm just saying.
I mean, I do a little.
Bass tournaments don't really count as, work.
Dude, I've had the boat in the water one time in 2 years.
And that was after you got it back just to make sure it ran.
That's just a sore subject. It's like you got a paper cut there and a lemon. Good God.
Salt shaker.
Best. Right. Oh, golly. Yep. So just heard from Wade. He's going to give us a buzz here in just a second.
Oh, okay, great.
So that'll be good.
That'll be really good. So what do we do for the second while we wait?
I don't know. Sing us a song.
No.
What are you drinking?
Water.
You know what? It really is water this time, isn't it?
It is really water.
I can't read your cup.
No, you can't.
I mean, I could probably read your cup.
You can read it.
Because it's internet, and I think we could say whatever we want. But until I know for sure.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
Yeah.
It is being recorded.
That's true. Is it delicious water?
That's good water. It's not bad. Filtered.
It's not bad. Well, it's 117 degrees out today, so.
Yeah. I sprayed Crown today.
Did you really?
I did.
Was that fun?
Yeah, it's a good refresher. It's good to get out there and make sure you still got the process down.
There you go. Were you doing some training?
No, it was literally just me.
Oh, got it.
Don Brown Chevrolet decided to stop by.
Oh yeah, was it Don Brown? You know what? When I was a kid, Don Brown himself lived not too terribly far, and I cut his grass twice.
Awesome.
Yep, he had a great big old cowboy hat and came out.
That sounds like Don Brown.
Yep, it was pretty
100%.
cool. Yeah, it was pretty neat. Yeah.
You know what would make that process quicker? You just fill up some water balloons with Crown.
Yeah, and just threw it at the vehicle.
Huh.
It's probably not a bad idea.
I mean, it'd be really fast. It'd be really oily.
But the cleanup would be...
People are like, what the hell is Crown?
They know what Crown is.
I hope so.
Episode 1, baby. Crown.
If they don't, they could email us.
We have an email?
We do have an email.
We have a phone call.
Podcast@swinnergroup.com. Oh, this is Wade. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can make this work. Hey, Wade, you there? Oh, no, wait. In a second. Now he's going to be there. Wade, you there?
Yes, absolutely. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, man, we got you.
What's up, Wade?
Great.
Yep. So you got sitting around the table here. You got Brent and I, and then Zach, and we got you. We're on Turfs Up Radio, recording live. So you gotta keep your profanities to a minimum. We don't want women and children running for their lives, right? So
I make no promises.
fair enough. So yeah, no, man. In the opening segment, we just talked a little bit about Daniels. And just kind of went through the processes you guys have there for stuff coming in and going out, and been around since the mid '90s, and new ownership took over in 2014, I believe, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then we, one of the things that I thought that would be particularly of interest to this crowd and at this time of year were those dump inserts that you had. So, for guys that don't know what they are, you may have seen trucks running around where it's a pickup truck, but in the bed of the pickup truck is a dump bed. And there's several different manufacturers of them that are out there. And being a snow guy, I don't really know a whole heck of a lot about them, but seeing them in the bed seemed like that was a really, really cool way to get more use out of your dump truck. Not your dump truck, I'm sorry, out of your pickup truck. And then Wade, you guys had now you got three different coatings on there. So in one of them was painted steel, which is just what it sounds like, painted steel.
Yep,
and then
the painted steel.
Yep. And then go ahead and tell me about the other two.
Yeah, then also that with that steel unit, a galvanized finish rather than powder coat paint, which is obviously very durable and is done very well. And then the third is the stainless steel option. Right,
and the stainless being the most expensive, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Generally, that material, is higher price.
Yeah, and then between
very competitive in the market for sure.
Okay, and then but between the galvanized and the painted steel, you said the galvanized was almost the same price as the painted, right?
Yes. Yep. Basically, yeah, they're very similar for that finish, and has again it's so durable. It has been very successful.
Yeah, and then so what's the advantage to the galvanized over the painted?
Well, the adhesion, it's just really, you don't have that chipping, because obviously you're putting stones in an insert. You're bumping it with equipment. You're, all the different elements and such. And that galvanizing is just a much more solid coating and prevents the rust and chipping. Right.
So now does that coating wear off over time, or is it essentially welded on? I mean, how does that work? Do you know?
Well, the actual process I am not intimate knowledge on, but it's certainly the way it's adhesed on there. It's you don't really see it come off. No, I mean certainly any finish can come off, but it is not. It's just the longevity of that is phenomenal.
Okay, got it. And then another thing that you were showing us was pretty neat was that the tailgates on your bodies, tell me about those.
Yeah, well, there's typically you need 4 pins to have a traditional tailgate for dumping, and then also the bottom release for feather dumping or use with the salt spreader and such to come out the back. And so it's a one handle release for the top 2 pins or the bottom 2 pins. So you're not having to manually undo an individual pin on each side. There's just a one handle release, either for traditional dump or the feather dump.
Oh, that's awesome. Because the other ones that I've seen and have been we're just like that. So if you want to lower that tailgate, you got to walk to one side and undo a pin, and you got to waddle over to the other side and undo another pin, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yep. And in this case, you just hop on out back and move the one lever, and you're off to the races.
You're right on the rear of the driver's side, and they just do either forward or back.
Awesome. And then The other thing that you mentioned too with yours, another one was that the kind of a cool feature is that the tarp and the cab guard are now included in the price as a standard option, right?
Yes, exactly. So it's priced that way. We found that now with the laws too, tarps are basically mandatory in lots of areas. And then the cab guards, everybody wants cab guard, of course, to.
Well, yeah, I mean, who doesn't want a cab guard?
Yeah, so there's so many sold that way. I thought that's the easiest. Just make it all part of the one SKU number, and
yeah, and then you're out to the races.
All the additions, right?
Yeah. And then the other thing is that's included on. You said the rub rail is included on everyone as a standard option, right?
Yes. Yep. That is on every unit.
Okay. Awesome. And then another thing was and I don't know if it'd be like the bed rail, but the top rail on that bed. So as the side comes up and then it kind of rolls over and out, then you've got your top, then it comes down. There's a little lip where it comes down, and then that lip returns on the underside, which gives you just a ton more rigidity there.
Yes, it definitely does. Yes, and from top to bottom, design that way too, because you're gonna put straps on it. You're gonna bump it with equipment. It's just so much more rigid, and then when that's up in the air, also fully loaded, it's just a lot stiffer and a lot more comfortable, and feels a lot more solid.
Yeah, and on that, so some of your competitors, when they install that dump insert, they bolt that insert to the actual bed of the truck itself, right? Yes,
any insert, you really should be going to the truck rails, frame rails. Obviously, that's definitely the safest, and so all manufacturers will say that's how that should be installed. And to do that properly, we've included on our frame of the insert, the subframe of it, all kinds of location holes so you can match up with the frame and don't have to add the brackets to try to move it over an inch or two to be able to weld or bolt to the frame, where you can, with the series of holes we have, you can find that location to safely do that.
Okay, and then is there a do you have to have a Super Duty pickup to put those things in, and you can put them on a half ton?
You can certainly do half tons, absolutely, and there's essentially 6 and 8 foot models. So your half tons, no problem.
That's kind of awesome. So and then is there a weight limit? So I mean, obviously you're limited by the truck, but is there any type of carrying capacity or anything like that you would find yourself in a situation where the truck can handle more than the bed can handle, or is that not something you got to worry about?
Yeah, it's a 5,200 pounds capacity of the insert, and always have to follow the truck's rating. Certainly overrides everything, but the 5,200 pounds take care of really any material you need to take care of.
Yeah.
And haul.
Yeah. And then so you can, so with something like that, you could run, I mean, you could put, I mean, any bulk material you need to in there. You could run around salt, mulch, dirt, rock, kind of anything. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the insert so how they can be utilized so much by anyone, whether you have a fleet of trucks or you're the single owner operator. It works out real well. And you don't have that expense of an actual dump truck that comes off the manufacturing line with a dump bed.
Sure. Well, and yours also has fork pockets, right there on the back side of it on the frame. So as you're, if you need to take it in and out of the truck or something, you can get it in and out with ease.
Yeah, it definitely makes installation and removal if needed and different times of the season much easier if you just drive the fork right into the pockets and lift it out.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Easy's good.
Always.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, almost always.
Hold up now.
Almost always. Almost always.
Careful, boys.
Yep. And Wade, you're heading up to the UP today, aren't you?
Yes. Yep. Up there. It's that time of year to be selling snow equipment.
Oh yeah.
And inserts.
Yeah, there you go. And where does Daniels have? Where is your where is your wheelhouse? I mean, I think you'd mentioned the Michigan. You've got a ton of gear out there. Isn't that right?
Yes, and it's a relatively new assembly and distribution location in Holland, Michigan, West Michigan, and we're really glad to have a solid base there that we can receive our product in, make sure it's assembled and shipped out to the dealers in the models and quantities they're looking for.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so you're kind of right there in the middle of the country, so you can get it just about anywhere you need to from there. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. And then you guys have kind of got a newer pole plow that's out now these days too, right?
Yeah, we have the original pole plow. It's been around for a long time, since the 80s, early 90s. And what we have now is our Dragon unit, which is the hydraulic wing backblade with the 180 degree wings.
When those wings move, when the wings move, does it make like a dragon sound and shoot flames out the back? That would be awesome.
It depends on how long you've been plowing. Sometimes at 3 a.m. You can see those things.
Right. Awesome. Yeah. Well, tell us about the Dragon.
Yeah. Well, it's up to 16 foot, and so that's the real advantage to a backblade, is just your size on a pickup truck. It does. You really do require a 3/4 ton truck with that size of a blade, but you can cover a 16 foot width, which you certainly can't do with the front blade. Now, there's obviously large front blades out there, but you always have to angle or V it, which is always reducing your width. So at 16 foot, it basically cuts your time in half.
And time is money.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
And who doesn't want to own a Dragon?
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what we need to do? We actually need to jump into a commercial here real quick. Wade, can you hang on for about 3 or 4 minutes and talk with us through another segment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, cool. Yeah, hang on just a second. Let's do some commercials.
Great, thanks.
Creating art from darkness. For over 20 years, Cast Lighting has designed and manufactured the world's most durable, energy-efficient, and technically advanced landscape lighting products available at astonishingly affordable prices. Cast offers an all-encompassing line of products with everything you need to get the job done. Cast Landscape, their most durable product, is best-in-class, low-voltage landscape lighting made of solid bronze with integrated and drop-in LED technology. These fixtures are built to endure the most demanding environments. Source Lighting, a new division by Cast, is your source for professional grand landscape lighting made of durable brass, offering both integrated and drop-in LED technology, and backed by Cast, the world's most durable outdoor lighting. Cast Lighting gives you innovative, state-of-the-art, old-world craftsmanship with tomorrow's technology. Visit their website at cast-lighting.com today. That's cast-lighting.com.
From the East Coast to the West Coast and around the world, no one rocks like Turf's Up Radio. Turf's Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Hard-working hands reach for Gemplers for pro-grade landscape tools and gear. Much like our customers, Gemplers is family-owned and independent, which makes it easy to shop online and get your orders shipped quickly from our warehouse straight to your front door. Rather speak to a human? No worries. Gemplers always answers your call. Shop Gemplers for supplies from tools to tree care, safety to sprayers, watering to workwear, and even add your logo for free to show your customers that you're serious. Right now, buy any 2 pairs of work gloves and get a 3rd pair free. Mix and match, no limit, stock up for spring. Shop Gemplers.com. That's GEMPLERS.com.
Aha! Yeah! Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Weekend Review.
The Weekend Review.
Join King Darren and all of your favorite Turf's Up radio hosts, including Heculus, Eric, the Turf Teacher Jones, Brian.
My name is not Brian.
I mean Ryan Lee, Wayne the Prophet Bowles,
One opportunity.
his son Daniel, Brooke Ford, the Green Veteran,
Giddy up,
and many more. Join us live as we unpack the week and share what you may have missed live on Turf's Up Radio. That's the Weekend Review, Saturdays 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Turf Industry, your station.
Yeah! Oh, yeah.
And we're back. Poof.
All right.
Super fast. So, yeah, man. So are you all right with there, Zach?
I was wondering what those noises were.
Oh, you know what it is? Zach's got his own little board. Do it again.
I need
your
some
sounds.
crown on my mic stand.
It's not squeaking.
Oh, crown must have kicked in.
It was more funner last time.
It was a lot more funner.
It was a lot more funner. What are you drinking?
Water.
You know what? It really is water.
It actually water this time. It's pretty depressing, but it's 102 and the humidity is 5,000%. So
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and there's something. I mean, it got pretty. It got. I mean, it was sweltering up there yesterday. Wade, what was it like? 85.
I think it might have reached 85. Yes.
Yeah.
And then unseasonably humid for us up here.
Yeah, not one drip of sweat on me.
unbelievable.
And I'm big.
That was probably a vacation feeling, right?
Oh, it was nice.
Yeah,
it was pretty nice. Yep. So yeah, man. So okay. So and then another cool plow that we saw that you guys had, three different sizes of there yesterday was the Versa box, right? So that thing was really cool for guys that plow with skid steers. You want to tell us all about that thing?
Yeah, well, skid steers, loaders, really any equipment there, heavy equipment, and we didn't want to, and we aren't. I'll call it called the Me Too. There's lots of pusher boxes out there, but the Versa box, true quarter pipe. So for back dragging, you're completely catching all that material rather than just a bar run across to back drag for a few feet.
Yeah. So to kind of give to explain that a little bit, like, so you've got a standard, box plow, right? Well, it's not standard because it's Daniels and it's, 10 bajillion pounds and it's kick ass. And so you've got your skid plate on the back of it, right? And then if you're looking at it from the side, so you're looking at, you've got your wheels or your tracks. And then you've got this plow on the front, and then the mold board it comes up from the ground and it curves forward, and then it continues all the way over up to and covers the whole plow. So there's like a lid on the top of it. That then you take that plow and you can pick your arms up and knuckle forward and grab and drag back if you're doing some back dragging with the entire plow and the entire mold board behind it, as opposed to just that one cutting edge that would go across the top. So,
right, exactly. Like you're dumping a bucket, whether it's with your skid steer or loader.
Right.
Instead of dumping a bucket, you're just tipping up your Versa box and pulling backwards, and you're just encapsulating and taking all that material.
Yep.
So we have rubber edge models and steel trip edge, and of course push and pull skis on the side. So, and like I said, built very heavy duty. We solid weld wherever possible.
Yeah. Well, and I can.
Yeah, it's got to last.
Yeah, and the reason why Wade, why you're the first one that we've got on the podcast here is because we've been using Daniels plows here for forever, and the ones that we've started with are the ones. I mean, we still have them, and they're actively used in the fleet. You can't destroy those things. We see folded up, sides, and we see crumpled up, other box plows all the time. Gussets break, welds break, and Zach, have we ever had any of the Daniels break or from impact or anything like that?
No,
I don't think we have.
Nothing like that.
I feel
from
sorry
Daniels.
for whatever they hit.
Oh man,
Yeah, right. I'd like to see the machine.
Poor operator goes zinging through the windshield.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
That's why they got lap bars, man.
That's it. That's the reason.
Right. Right. So yeah. All right. And then And then on the Verse box, another thing that we were talking about that was really pretty neat is on a lot of the box plows that are out now. So you've got a straight mold board and then sides, right? So as you're pushing snow, that snow just winds up rolling up over the top, and then it comes up over the top of the plow and it falls down back behind it, and then it doesn't. You lose a lot of effectiveness. But with that, I'm going to call it a ceiling on the box plow, right? So if you imagine that box plow, but it has a mold board on the top of it, that the snow rolls from the ground up of the mold board across the top and then essentially spits out the front. So as you're plowing along, instead of that snow coming up and over, it's kind of projected out in front of it. And of course, obviously you get to, at some point you have some carrying capacity and you got to go, make you a little pile. But you really don't have as much of an issue with snow rolling over the top, right?
Right. With that full quarter pipe, call it, design like that, it just totally captures all that snow. It just doesn't give it the out. It has to go in front of you.
Is a quarter pipe a surfing term, or is that half pipe?
Half pipe.
That's half pipe?
That's a skateboard term.
It's a skateboard term. See, that's how uncool I am.
Well, it could be bicycles.
What?
Bicycles.
On a quarter pipe?
On a half pipe.
On a half pipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You sure?
Or a quarter pipe.
Yeah, dude.
Or a quarter pipe?
I'm a 90s baby. I'm all about the BMX,
Got it. Nice. Do you have shocks and pegs?
Lucky.
Nice. Brent got a movie quote. Wait.
I was thinking half shell.
Oh, Heroes in a Half Shell?
Turtle Power?
Turtle Power.
That's two quotes
That's
I got.
two.
In a row.
Wade got it both. Wade's cool.
Wade gets it.
Yep. All right, right on. So, and then another one got about 4 minutes left here. So, if that's enough time, the wing plows that you guys had up there were unbelievably badass as well. Those things were huge. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, and then also, one of the, if not the original product, the wing plow and the pull plow. And the wing plow, it's your large angling blade for your skid steer wheel loaders and tractors, even any heavy equipment. But being able to angle a plow, 16, 18, 20 foot, and especially on a wheel loader, so maneuverable. But because of that size, you want to be able to reduce that. So that's why it's the wing plow. The wings do fold back behind the main mold board. So then when you fold the wings back and angle it, you can drive right down the road with it.
That's awesome. So you've got that. So what is on a into the 20, does the 20-foot plow do that as well?
Yeah, we do have a 20-foot wing plow. Yes, it has a 12-foot center board. And then the wings, so you fold the wings back behind the center board of 12 foot and angle that, and you can basically drive right down the road.
Wow.
Such a big plow.
That's awesome. I mean, that's all. I mean, in St. Louis, of course, we don't get super, super deep snow like that, but man, did you just talk about a couple of weeks ago, Brent? You were talking about some dude who was clearing some like a Jack in the Box or something with something like that. Some great big ass plow in the front.
Yeah,
of the
even though he had I don't know what brand plow he had, but he had something similar to that had wings on it, and he plowed small property real fast. Even though it was a really big plow, it wasn't that cumbersome.
Right. Then bam, just knock it out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
and that's the trick with any snow removal. I mean, you get done faster, you either pick up more accounts or you go home earlier.
Right. Right.
Go home early. What's that?
Well, yeah, or you can turn yourself into what we affectionately refer to as the snow mercenaries. It's when you make your phone calls. You're like, hey, you know who the large brokers are in town, and you call them. You're like, hey, for $700 an hour, I'll come go to work for you, and then just work your way down from there. Eventually, somebody will need you bad enough. Make you a bunch of dough pulling that off. So there's a tip for all you boys and girls out there. If when you're finished plowing, make a list of some of the bigger companies that are in town that subcontract a lot of work, and when you're finished, if you want to go to work, try to get a hold of them ahead of time and say, hey, when I finish up my accounts, if I've got time, I may be able to come do some work for you if you need some help. And, those bigger companies very, 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 a lot more often than you might think, find themselves in situations where, another truck or two or a loader or two would come in really handy. So, if you could, get yourself in, in a good position to do that, it might be a good way to make some extra dough. So.
Yeah, and I'm certainly not cutting this off at all, but I do want to make sure I get in there to thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us and check things out. And then if I can do the little plug there, certainly you can go to the danielsplows.com and because we touched on quite a few of the products, but we do have a lot of products out there, and you can check them all out on the website.
Yeah. Do you want to hang for another segment?
Sure, that'll work. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm going to do the last of our commercial breaks right now. We'll be back to you in about 2.5 minutes.
Perfect. Thanks.
Yep.
Fed up with your current software solution? FieldRoutes is the cloud-based software technology you need to level up your lawn care business. From routing to scheduling, collections, marketing, reporting, and more. It's the all-in-one solution that automates, not complicates. FieldRoutes helps lawn care companies simplify, scale, and grow. Schedule your free demo today by visiting fieldroutes.com. That's fieldroutes.com.
You're listening to Turf's Up Radio, the only radio station of its kind dedicated to the green industry. Turf's Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Hey everybody, Wayne Voles, the Prophet, your host of Profit Time here on Turf's Up Radio. If you listen to my show, you know I'm all about profit. As an industry, profit is something we fail to meet most of the time. If you're working hard but not seeing the results that you deserve, Profits Unlimited is here to help. We offer processes and systems designed specifically to make your company more successful, more profitable, and certainly more efficient. When you're ready to take your company to the next level, reach out to me at profitsareus.com. That's profitsareus.com. And don't forget to turn into Profit Time every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m.
Are you a military family with a spouse on deployment away from home? Did you know that nonprofit Project Evergreen has thousands of volunteers across the country ready to help military families with lawn, landscape, and snow removal services? We call it Green Care and Snow Care for troops. If you are a military family and would like to receive this free service, or if you'd like to volunteer to help, visit projectevergreen.org. Project Evergreen, creating a greener, healthier, cooler Earth, 1 yard at a time.
1 yard at a time.
Greener and cooler, baby.
That's right. So
I could go for some of that.
It's all about being greener. And you know what? Being greener is cooler.
Is it?
It is. You know why?
Profits?
Because when it's hot, everything's brown.
Maybe. Well, that's why we're in the business of slinging salt. We do a lot to try to help the environment. Turf,
yeah,
shrubs, bushes.
By replanting it after the season.
That's right.
I was waiting to see where that was going.
Think of all of the new baby little grasses that get a chance to live because of us.
Baby grasses.
Little baby grasses.
Wow.
Little baby bushes. Wow. Little baby.
He's a grass hugger.
Yeah, I see.
A grass hugger.
I've witnessed this. Yeah.
Oh my God, Wade, you still with us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, he's like, God.
He's like, yeah.
I'm not sure I want to be.
Enjoying.
What was Daniel's? What was your website one more time?
danielsplows.com.
danielsplows.com. It's pretty easy. That's awesome. And if you got if you're looking for a testimonial or got questions about Daniel's Plows, you can also shoot an email to Brent. Where? Take a guess. You know it. Come on, you got this.
Oh man,
you got this. Zach knows it. Come on, Zach, help him out.
Help me out, Zach.
What are we doing?
What? God. Does anybody pay attention to anything around here? It's 100 degrees. Nobody cares.
It's really hot.
It's podcast at swintergroup.com.
It's really hot at swintergroup.com.
No,
it's such a complicated email.
You know what? Somebody's going to go email. It's really hot at swintergroup.com and it's going to bounce back.
That's our. You know what? No.
Nicole's going to have to make it now. Nicole's going to have to make it.
Not going there.
That's fair. That's right. danielsplows.com. So, all right, Wade, what is your personal favorite piece of equipment or item that you guys manufacture?
Oh, well, the wing plow has to be there, but really it's the 3-in-1, which is similar to the wing plow, except for the wings fold forward into a box position, but the plow still angles. So you can use an angling straight blade, turn it into a containment box, and still be able to angle. And it is taller, call it heavier duty than the original wing plow, at 42 inches tall. So it's and who doesn't like the big size up to 22
right.
foot? And
Okay, so I got a question on the 42 inches tall. Is that because 42 is the answer to the life, the universe, and everything?
Well, I'm surprised that you said that. Not many people realize that. That is the answer.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's fan. Yeah, it makes me happy. That's awesome.
Yep.
There's another movie quote. Zach, you didn't get that one, did you?
Right over my head.
Oh,
obviously Wade got it. So
Wade got it.
Kudos.
Wade pioneered that one.
You know what? Yeah. Well, it's 42. It's perfect. It's the answer. You're gonna have to look that up later.
42 is the answer of what now?
To life, the universe, and everything.
Life, the universe.
The ultimate question. Okay. Yep. You just and then just.
Yep.
Yeah.
So long. Thanks for all the fish.
So long and thanks for all the fish. That's perfect. Dolphins.
Wow.
It's all about dolphins, man.
Yeah.
Nothing? No. Well, Wade, thank you for being a good human. And those that are listening are like, man, I don't ever want to hang out with Brent and Zach. They're no fun.
Or
what? Oh, what?
Or we're the majority and you don't even realize it.
I doubt it.
Really?
I doubt it. You know, there's like what? Go ahead, Wade.
No, I said no. I won't add to it. Nope.
Fair enough. So, man, no, yeah, that 3-in-1 is that thing's something else. I mean, what is that? Do you know what that thing weighs?
Oh boy, yeah, I can tell you that for sure. I mean, the 22 footer. I mean, you're getting up to 5,500 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, you're not putting that in a skid steer.
So no half ton.
Well, no wonder there's been a material shortage whenever you make those.
Every steel mill in North America is like, great, Daniels is ordering another 3-in-1. Here we go. Time to start buying stock in Nucor. So, man, that's awesome. No, that's awesome. And are you guys going to be at Simon next week, right?
Yes. Yep. Be exhibiting there, and we'll have our dump insert in the Dragon, and our spreader line also.
Awesome. Yeah. We actually talked about the spreaders in the first segment there quite a bit. So, but you know what? I didn't mention that on your poly spreaders, you were telling us something that was kind of special about those and how they're manufactured. Do you want to go into that a little bit?
Yeah, well, the poly is a single wall, which we feel is an advantage. You don't have the buckling and distortion of the dual wall, or have to have the steel outer frame on it. That's I think a very good benefit with the poly unit.
So and then you know what? Something else that was interesting that I hadn't seen before was your the adjustment block for the tension on the drag chain had like a poly sleeve or a poly shoe in there that was looked like it was
that it slides on, right?
Yeah. I thought that was really, really cool too. I hadn't. I mean, maybe there's other ones out there that are built like that, but I hadn't seen anything like that. So
it actually looked a lot simpler to adjust.
Yeah, and snow and salt, is not the friend of most materials.
Right. No, that is very, very true. So, all right. And then what? So we've got, I don't know, about 6 minutes left here. So what? You want to take that? What else do you want to talk about, man?
I
know I kind of put you on the spot.
We could, but yeah, a little bit. But it's not the wrong time of the year to be thinking snow. I think that's very important for those called the green side of the green industry. This is the time.
Yeah, and a lot of that is you guys have got your orders in for parts and pieces, and you've got your outsourced assembly order and things that are in motion and rolling. But if you're placing orders today, you're not gonna be able to see your plow delivered in the next couple weeks. I mean, it's going to take time to get those parts and pieces turned around. Largely with all the supply chain issues that everybody else is experiencing. You guys are in that same boat, right? So I mean, it's part of the big reason why you'd suggest to order sooner than later. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do not build the order; we build the stock. So we, hopefully we've done our job and our homework, and made our plans so that we can properly supply well into the season and through the season. And we did very well even last year when things really hit the fan. We were in a good position, and we're proud of that. And it's our job to make sure we have that. We can't If we don't have it, we can't sell it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, absolutely. And then you guys, another thing that was pretty neat too is you guys only sell through your dealers, correct?
Correct. Yes, and that's also very important because we want the support to the end users out there, and that is through the dealers. We certainly can't deal with all the end users ourselves. It's very important to have dealers like yourself out there that'll help take care of the customer.
Yeah, man, right on. So yeah, and then do you know off the top of your head how many dealers you guys have?
Oh boy.
I mean, I know it's. And I guess in full disclosure, yesterday Wade did ask me for a show outline so I could prep him with some questions, and then I sent him. I called him about 3 minutes before we started recording and said, "Man, we're ready to go." He's like, "Yeah, okay." So, so that's on me.
The reason, well, I don't want to say that's difficult to answer, but the reason I'm thinking here is because we have certainly different categories and levels of dealership to full participating and distributors and the dealers, and but because we do not sell direct, we have to have fingers out there covering as much of the country as possible. So, but I mean, 60 would be a good number.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, and that's awesome. So awesome. Well, yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us here today. Really, appreciate you giving us the time yesterday to tour the facility and check things out, and give us the guided tour, and show us where the local Subway was. That was fantastic and wonderful. So if we've got more time on the next visit, maybe we'll step our way up to what would be the next step? Like maybe you guys have I don't know. What's the step up from Subway? Jimmy John's? Is Jimmy John's up from Subway, or is it?
I don't know if that's up.
It's
not down either.
Sounds a lot like a clan battle you're about to start.
There's like, oh man, could you imagine
Subway v Jimmy John's?
There's like
Boardwalk Subs is awfully good.
Boardwalk Subs, man.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that one. I've never heard of Boardwalk Subs.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, now
order it Rogue, and it's fantastic.
All right, well there it is. The next trip, we know what we're gonna get. Right on. So
absolutely.
All right, man. Well, thanks again for calling in. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yep. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, man. See you.
Wade. Have a good one.
Yep. Bye bye.
You bet. Bye.
Man, I hope that was what he was expecting. Kind of.
I don't think it was in the neighborhood of anything he was expecting.
No, man. And so to his credit, that dude is so organized. Like yesterday, he was like, "Okay, so do you have an outline? Can you give me something to prep with?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, no problem." And then we wind up having to, travel. We ran into some travel struggles, and man, it took us a lot longer to get back than we thought. And now, there was no prep, but we made it.
Yeah, it went okay.
Yeah, episode 7.
Yeah, he did good.
He did good. Thank God Wade was here.
It was a good segment.
He saved us.
Yeah, pulled us right out of the gutter.
That's right. And he made Hitchhiker's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy references.
Well, now I need to know. Now I know what to watch.
Dude, it's so good.
I've never watched that.
I'm probably not going to watch it.
What?
I'm sorry.
You know what you ought to do?
Well,
you ought to get
watch Marvel, so
you know what? That's true too. God,
I'm a huge Batman fan.
Really?
No.
So what about
who makes Batman?
His dad.
And mom. Duh. Man.
We all know it's mostly dad, though.
Yeah, probably.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm sorry already.
Wow.
Man, well, yeah. Okay, so wasn't the latest Batman like some teen heartthrob kid?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that failed.
Did that work? I don't know. Was that any good?
No. From what I've heard, they've already had talks with the last Ben Affleck to have him come back.
Yeah. And wait, you just said you're a huge Batman fan, but then act like you had no idea what I was talking about. Oh, it was bad.
It was joke.
It was bad.
It was joke.
Okay.
No, the movie was probably fine. I've never seen it.
It's hard to joke about something when you haven't even seen it.
It's not hard to joke.
Yeah, man. Jokes. Yeah, just jokes about stuff.
Jokes build themselves.
Right.
Unless they miss.
Well, they might miss. That's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
It's fine.
Great.
This has been a good episode.
Yeah.
Product highlight stuff.
Wade.
Got to do a little travel. Got to do some interview. It's a good time.
Not
right?
bad.
Not
yeah.
bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. We done?
Where are we at?
We're at 59:27. Crap, we're gonna be late. Right. There it is. Got to bring the music up. All right. Well, here we are again. Well, here we were again.
There we go again.
That's it. It's done. We were talking winter with Swinter. We got featured Daniel's Plows in this episode. It was awesome. Thanks to Wade for having us out. Really appreciate it. So that's what we got for now. If you have questions, comments, please do send us information to podcast@swintergroup.com. We'd really like to hear from you. Give us some topics that you want to hear about, that you want to know about. We'd be happy to bring them up. That's it. Now we're just waiting for the cool music to play. Music by Benny Mayer, actually. Local artist here in St. Louis.
Is he on Facebook?
He is on Spotify.
He's on Spotify.
Benny Mayer.